Hello and welcome. Today's program is Trademarks and Cars. My name is Peter Afrasiabi. I'm an intellectual property lawyer at the law firm of One LLP. We are an intellectual property boutique in Southern California where we specialize in copyright, trademark, and patent litigation and prosecution. Today's program is focusing on trademarks and cars, and we're going to look at everything from Ford to General Motors, and from the continent, everything from Ferraris to Testarossas. Now, who is this program for? If you love cars and you're curious about cars, this program's for you. If you don't really love cars, but you're curious about trademark law and why cars all look different and how you sometimes think cars look really similar and is that allowed, this program's for you. This is going to be a great general overview of intellectual property law, specifically trademark law, for the non-IP lawyer. And if you're an IP lawyer and you specialize in trademark law, this is going to take you into the depths of that species of trademark law known as trade dress, where we look at the protection for car designs and packaging designs with respect to cars. And if you're just a generalist or you're a transactional lawyer and you want to have a better understanding of trademark law and what's allowed, what isn't allowed in terms of similarities of designs, this is a great program for you to educate your clients in your practice. So buckle up and let's get our engines revved and let's get going. As an overview, today we're going to look at really where the cars collide with the law. And we're going to look specifically at trade dress law principles. Now, trade dress is a species of trademark law. It's another way of saying trademark, but we call it trade dress because we're talking about the design of a product or its packaging functioning as a trademark. And so for the generalist, you're all well aware of the idea that the Nike swoosh is a trademark. When you see that swoosh, you think Nike, and the logo itself depicts and is identified with a source. It's a source identifying logo. Well, that's a trademark, as you know. And the same can be true for the look and feel of a car. It can function as a source identifier to the brand manufacturer who makes that car, the single source. And when we're talking about it in the context of cars or product packaging and product design, we call it trade dress. So it's nothing fancy. It's just another way of saying trademark. As we look at this overview of trademark law, we are also going to look at the critical elements that one has to look at when you're assessing whether someone is infringing a trademark. And that is functionality, secondary meaning, and likelihood of confusion. And those are the major issues that are at play when we're talking about trademarks in cars. We're going to look specifically today at the application of these trademark law principles to various automobiles to see where there is, and also where there is not, protection for the auto companies in terms of the auto shapes or the parts of their automobiles. Here we're going to look at Hummers from General Motors, we're going to look at Vipers from Chrysler, we're going to look at Bentleys, and we're going to look at Ferrari Testarossas and Ford Shelby Cobras. And of course, since this is an auto program, we're going to have a couple pit stops along the way, and we're going to look at the application of trademark law principles with respect to cars, but slightly far afield, sometimes from the actual body shape of the car, but to other aspects of cars and car companies' brands. And so here we are going to be on the continent looking at Porsches and Lamborghinis. So one of the big picture questions that we're going to look at today, you see here on this slide, is a picture of a Ford Shelby Cobra and a Ferrari Testarossa. And a question we're asking you today is, who wins the trade dress war? Do those Ford Shelby Cobras have trade dress protections? Do Ferrari Testarossas have trade dress protections? Or maybe both of them? Now, here's a hint. Like the real race from history, here today there's going to be a winner and there is going to be a loser. So, place your bets, get ready, and at the end of the program, we'll see who wins, who loses in this trade dress war.